Okay, so this is a continuation of this tutorial. What I'm gonna show you here is making almost perfect gradient or transition between the Highres area and the low-res area. The way you do it is that you crank up the resolution on the main UV or main object, then you bake it, so you bake it to an area, the UV area that you want, so that this has high resolution and this has high resolution, in this case 16,000 by 60,000 pixels. And then you well, you don't need to have this high resolution on the main UV, so you just decrease that, so that way these textures will perfectly match. All you need to do is make a gradient that I showed in another tutorial. Make a gradient between these, alpha gradient, so you get a smooth transition. So that's what I'm going to show you. Just load the old scene. Here we are. That is this one. Okay. First, let's just turn off the surface baking camera. I'll use a regular perspective. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Well, we'll see. Okay, so now we have this. What I'm gonna do now is I made this huge image map, 16,000 by 16,000. So I'm gonna replace this image map, the main image, with that one. So that's called megatexture, and it's an if format. It's, as you can see, 660 megabyte, so it's quite big. I tried making a larger one that is 1.5 gigabyte and 25 by 25,000, but that didn't work. I only have 4 gigs though, so if you want to try making a really large texture, then you can do that if you have like 6 or 8 gig RAM. Note though that an IFF image file cannot be larger than 2 gigabytes. It's a restriction, so you'll get an error in Photoshop if you try that. Okay, so let's load this picture, and it'll take a couple of seconds, like, I don't know, 20. We're gonna make you wait. Hey, that was fast. Okay. So let's do a render, see what we got. That's pretty good. So this is 800 by 600, so 4 of these are 1600 by 1200, so that's the resolution of a monitor. old-fashioned one. That gives you an idea of what this area, what the resolution is. So now that we have that, we're pretty much ready to bake, really. So we'll go to lights and we'll turn off the lights, and in this case I'm just gonna set the luminosity to 100. So if we do a render, it will look like this: no shadows, no light. We'll go to surface speaking camera and we'll say E, which is this object, and zoom, which is this UV area. And did I forget something? Yes, I'm gonna say, I'm just gonna set it to, I'm not gonna set it to 4096, I'm gonna go with 200. Also, there would be no point, I guess, unless you have even a bigger IFF file. You could turn on anti-aliasing, maybe adjust this, but that slows it down, so I'm just gonna skip it. It's pretty fast, it's like 30 seconds. And there we go. Now have a baked image. You can see that it's quite stretched, so there's something